Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included in the Ultimate Base 3.0. In the previous episode we have built this oxygen tower that is providing enough oxygen for a potential of 24 duplicants, or in our case a maximum of 20 duplicants and maybe some oxalite production. I noticed that I actually ran out of iron when I wanted to craft some more steel. This is something we have to organize, and since I don't have a system on Crudiel just yet, we're gonna go on another rocket trip. For that purpose I already went ahead and actually fueled it up. We now have 150 kilograms almost. Let's check out the interior. It is grounded at the moment and look at that, we still have some guests. So I guess we kill everything in here and we pick everything up. The entire system should be ready to go. What do we have in here? Gold amalgam. We want to bring that back. Actually, why did I leave that here? I'm gonna set up another storage bin so we can collect two materials. One is gonna be the iron ore and then another for the lead. We can use the lead easily to do some automation and maybe in the process get some of our iron back. The automation is something I usually like to do for every contraption that isn't getting hot. But yeah, let's go ahead and fill up the fridge here with, let's do a little bit more. Let's do 12 kilograms. Let's do 10 kilograms. Something I would like to change on this rocket, because it will be stationary for maybe 2 cycles on the other planetoid, is exchange the battery module. We want to go ahead and swap that with a solar panel module. And if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to add yet another one. Wonderful. So once that is done, I'm gonna send this rocket to Crudiel. With the all-new oxygen system in place, it's time to dismantle the old one. I want to get rid of this bridge. This is actually going to be turned around and then we can still utilize the same pipe in order to go up. Actually, looking at the cycle, we might just be better off leading this up here and then we can join up with this pipe and then the previous pipes aren't necessary anymore. Yeah, we can dismantle all of that and all of that. I think that's a better strategy. That means we can get rid of the old oxygen system that was situated right there. All of these pipes can go. Oh yes, that is a big chunk out of the way. And of course that means we can dismantle all of these pipes because we now have that available in the new base. And there it is, almost gone. I'm so happy. This has actually taken a long time to move. But yeah, looking at how the new base is coming together, I'm really glad we took our sweet time. We also have to consider the next rooms we're gonna build a little bit downstairs. I'm gonna make one room, at least, that is still 4 high. So we could get rid of this insulated layer. And this is just gonna be the doorway, I guess. Yeah. There's actually something we still have to unlock. Jeez, for a beach chair, you need quite a bit of research done. But that's why we have Devon. Let's hope we still have enough data banks. Anyways, our crew is gonna be Gossman and Turner. It's their job, the dynamic duo. So we can make our way over to Crudiel, and I would like to get into orbit once in order to deploy some rovers, and then we're gonna charge them up on Crudiel, and when we make our way back again, we can release them again. So switch that, we got everything, checklist, Yeah, let's launch this baby. 3, 2, 1, blast off! Good luck! Shall not forget to unequip the suit. And I hope you guys will enjoy your journey. We have 32,000 kilocalories. Should be good. Maybe one more thing we can already do is set up what we want to collect, which is iron ore. Very high priority. And then I guess we also want to collect some lead. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Let's see, I'm assuming the beach chair is gonna take up 2 spaces. So we can have one on either side of the lamp. I think that might be something worth building out of gold. Another thing we might want to take care of is more steam power. At the moment these guys are running all the time. Well, almost all the time, but I feel like we could set up a bunch more of them. Yeah, sure, we can get 2 more in the joint and then maybe move the smart battery over. So that would go here in the very corner. We can even have 2, and it was probably a bad idea to have this last steam turbine hooked up. Hopefully they're gonna do this quickly. I'm just gonna open up the door here. We probably also want some cabling across the board. I'm also gonna get rid of this automation. This was unnecessary anyways. And in order to do so, we need to open this up very briefly. I also have the materials for 2 more steel doors. That is gonna help. With Gosman and Turner gone, it actually takes noticeably longer. I'm kind of hesitant to send them on suicide missions now. In half a cycle, the dynamic duo is gonna reach its destination, and we are also ready with a bunch of ladders here. Should be good. Now we want to make this a very quick visit, just pick up a bunch of materials, refill the Rover modules, and then we're gonna make our way back. Another 40 seconds. I'm actually really excited for Liam to get visitors. It's a very special location, I would say. In orbit of Crudiel, let's first deploy the Rover modules. We're gonna do one after another. That's the third one. Unpause for a brief moment and get the fourth one as well. Inside, we want to equip the Atmo suits again. Let's see, Turner, you get one. It's currently their downtime and looks like most of the food got bad. That is actually a problem we're going to address very soon. Let's go ahead and actually land this thing now. Should be fine. Yeah, 1 of 6. Okay, I was worried there for a brief moment. Crudiel, and here we are. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, looks like they can get out of there. Wonderful. Okay, now I just need to make sure they actually keep their suits on. Let's maybe change the clearance setting to vacancy. Actually, I guess it's not really necessary because they will just drop their suits and they will pick up another one. It doesn't make a difference. It seems to be their downtime currently, so they chose to go and actually relax. Interesting. The freaking jukebox. Now, one thing we should make sure is that we can actually reach these storages, and then we also want to make sure, yeah, everyone is allowed in here, but we do not want this grounded this time around because I want a place for the dynamic duo to sleep in. The robots already started to help out, that is good, and they actually also bring it to, the ladders there. Okay, I was wondering whether they would go into the Spacefarer module. But I think that is something for the duplicants. Let's just hope Turner and Gosman are gonna take their task seriously. So the good news is at the moment we have plenty of food on this planetoid. I think Liam actually just brought some stuff over here. Let me see. Yeah, they started with the iron ore. That's good. And do we have some errands for this one? Okay. They're coming along. No, Gosman. Jeez, he got himself trapped already. I just don't believe you. Okay, take care of this tile at least. So I need to change their priorities because I have so many commands already hooked up. Gosman, storing is going to be high priority as well as Turner. So Gosman, what are you going to do? Picking up iron ore? Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to see. Nice, we're starting to fill up the storages. I also brought over some frost bonds. And our beach chair research has been completed. That's the most exciting part. The freaking beach chair. Can we? Yeah, ceramic. There we go. Thankfully, it's 2 by 3. Okay, we can place 2. And then I'm guessing this is gonna require a little bit of power. Yeah, holy cow. 960 watts. What are you talking about? Man, these recreational things are just absolutely insane. But that also means we don't want it enabled all the time. Duplicant sensor is mandatory. What happens if we do that? That's not gonna be enough. So I guess we're gonna set up 2 sensors like so and hook that up to the lamp. I then would like to see either a sauna and hot tub or a shower. Let me think. Both the hot tub and the sauna are gonna require a little bit of wood. We should have some arbitrary seats. Let's actually see what they require. Maybe we can already get this started to at least receive some initial wood. Let me guess. Gosman managed to get himself trapped again. Yeah, of course it is Gosman. Of course. You just have to equip the Atmo suit and you're gonna be all fine, okay? Almost 10 tons of iron and 5 tons of lead. I'm not happy yet. You guys have to do better before I let you home. There we go. The Arbor Acorn requires, let's see, temperature 15 to 40 degrees, 10 kilograms of dirt and 70 kilograms of polluted water. That sounds actually easy enough to just get some wood. So I'm thinking I need to know the size of the hot tub and the sauna to be able to decide how large this room is gonna be. Because maybe we just make this a lot larger in order to also accommodate the wind tunnel thingy-mabob. Or actually, maybe the wind tunnel should just be its own little section that is connecting 2 levels together. Also, what about the statue? I don't think I have researched that yet. Maybe it's time to do so. Like, there's this ginormous monument that you can build, but I just see it takes an unreasonable amount of research, so we are gonna just make room for it. But maybe our research points should be invested otherwise right now. Oh no, guys, what are you doing? You're already using the beach chairs. Jeez, that is not what I had in mind when I said I'm planning this room out. The arbor tree has been planted, it just requires some fertilization. Let's actually see if we get an errand for that. Yeah, okay, so it is a possible task. We don't have to do it with a hydroponic farm tile, and we can just do this manually for the amount of wood we actually need. There we go, everything has been delivered. 0% growing, 1%. Okay, that's not gonna take too long, just a couple of cycles. In the meantime, on Crudiel, they did not yet reload the rocket. It's still unreachable. Are you freaking kidding me? Do I have to do something like that? How is it looking inside? Okay, iron is done. We're just collecting some more lead, but 7 tons, not too shabby, I have to say. Huh, that's funny. The robot actually delivered the materials and made another robot function. It's like the dream of automation. Your current robots are building new robots. I would say I'm actually happy with that, and it's also their free time, which means I'm gonna send them back. So I want to make sure we set this to crew again, and then we go out back here. Yeah, we can do that. Oh, no. Wait. I wanted to first go back into orbit, right? To deliver the robots. And there is Gosman coming back, still being very slow, I have to say. But see ya. I hope they had enough socializing interactions with Liam. Oh geez, I hope we still have enough space. Yeah, they can actually make their way back down here. So we just land there. And after sending all the rovers, we now can make our way back. And now after sending all the rovers, we can make our way back and still have enough fuel. Nice. And we got another 4 rovers helping out. This is good. We can then go ahead and pick up some more materials, I would say. Nice. Gosman and Turner are safely back home. I would say we're gonna go to the next project, which is gonna be moving the critter farm here. We've had this working for the longest time, but I believe it is now time to move it downstairs. And also I would like to keep a little bit of space free in case I ever want another hatchling farm. I have that on the other side. It's also gonna make it easier with the coal rail. But essentially on top of our first farm here, we can have another farm. And let's set it up almost the same way, except that we are gonna have some changes. Of course, at the bottom we want some farm tiles, but also we need enough space for the machinery and everything. So designing this is gonna be slightly more challenging, but there are a few things we want in there. A storage bin, though I would like to exchange the storage bin here as well. We are currently bringing igneous rock here, but we want to bring that from the main storage. So that is something to keep in mind. When I place the storage, we want to automate that. We're also gonna need a grooming station and of course a shearing station. We're also gonna need a conveyor loader. Let me bring these guys over here, because currently this is not the arrangement I would like to see. Well, one thing we can be sure of, I want it to have the same dimensions, at least in width, and that is gonna include a transit tube access point. So we already know this part, and we want to route our tube through there. We also know that we're gonna need to hook up a bunch of things, so a power transformer is what we need, and a bunch of wiring that is also gonna go to the shearing station and everything, but I think I'm gonna have to make multiple levels for this. We want the plants all the way down at the bottom, so we can have as little CO2 as possible in there, and they are gonna spend most of their time in hydrogen growing their scales. If we do all of these, then we only have 5 farm tiles, but I remember one of you said this is actually enough. So all of these here are gonna be farm tiles with just 1 layer of CO2 in there. You know, we're sacrificing a little too much here with the metal tiles. I think I'm gonna remove them, add 1 more farm tile here, and then we have the possibility to get some ladders in the joint. And my rancher can use these to get to the next level. The mealwood, I guess, wouldn't require that much space, but I'm still gonna leave 3 or so tiles free. We can then add our critter drop-off point. And we should still have enough space for the grooming station and the shearing station. Come on, yeah, have that there. We'll add 2 plastic tiles just like with the other farm, a duplicate motion sensor, and of course, some light. Where is it? There, a ceiling light. Wonderful. Now, to get a little bit more decor for my rancher, I think I'm gonna do something like that, because we're not gonna utilize the space. And then I guess instead of the storage bin, we need to go for the automated solution right away, which is a conveyor receptacle. We're gonna have that here. Actually, let me rotate that. I don't like it. That is much better for whatever reason. We also need a auto sweeper. Let's get that situated over here so it can reach all the farm tiles and the receptacle, we now have more stuff to hook up. We can go straight through here. This is very convenient. Now we would need to make sure we actually provide this with dirt. So for now, I'm gonna represent this with a conveyor loader that we're gonna load up manually. Now, if I'm not mistaken, we're gonna need another conveyor loader to pick up the phosphorite, because as soon as they eat something, they should poop the phosphorite. So that is something we want to consider. Also, if they lay an egg here at the bottom, we want to pick it up. And what we want to do is just bring it straight down into our system. And then picking everything else up on the top, we have to cover with another 2 auto sweeper. It might be a little bit of a waste, but they only use the power if they really get activated. It's not that dramatic. So lastly, another conveyor loader, and we should be done with the automation here, at least with picking up the materials. Let's maybe unpause the game and get the build started so we know the dimensions. We need to measure out how much we need to expand this to the top to get the desired room size. And it is 96 tiles. All right. Okay, here we go. I believe we are done. Let's hope I calculated this right. No, it's 95 tiles at the moment. So I guess I'm gonna remove 1 obsidian tile from here, and then we should be good. We got all the functionality in there. Let's pick up all the critter eggs from here, as well as the meat, I guess. It will then be brought down to the system, and right here, this represents a path that goes into our storage. So right now it's just dropping on the floor, but just as a reminder, that's what we want to do. We should also go ahead and switch out this storage bin for the same reason, so I am reminded that I still have to do that. So another conveyor loader there, and that will be hopping over here. Let me see, we probably want a bridge, and then we're gonna hook up the receptacle right there that is gonna house the igneous rock. The conveyor loader here is also supposed to pick up everything that is on the floor, and we cannot actually reach these 2 tiles. That might be a problem, so we might want to switch this around. How far can I take this? Yeah, even if we have the auto sweeper here, there's no way we can cover everything. Yeah, I think we have to sacrifice another farm tile, and then we're gonna switch the auto sweeper and the conveyor receptacle. Then we should be able to cover everything. Other than that, we also want to pump out the room. Maybe it's a good opportunity to do that now. Last but not least, we're gonna set up some more pumps here in this room, connect these pipes together, and then we're just gonna go ahead and actually bring this down to the new farm, so we can just exchange the gases. The switch has been made. There is still 1 single tile they theoretically can lay an egg in. I guess we can fix that by moving the conveyor loader over here. Let's do that. And that is gonna even make it easier with the railing. Yeah, wonderful. I also went ahead and disabled auto harvest. We are now pumping out the room. Everything is nice. The room is 93 tiles at the moment, 92 if I re-add this tile. Maybe we remove something on the top. So getting rid of 4 tiles here, and we're gonna do something similar to what we had there. Obsidian wallpaper. I think it's gonna suck more to access this from the bottom than pumping out the room again, so we're gonna access it from the top. That's looking much better. 96 tiles, everything counts, and we only have very little carbon dioxide in here. The temporary pipe to get all the other gases in here is also already built, and so I would say we copy the settings here and bring this finally over. We also want to populate these incubators with our glossy drecklet eggs. So incubate those, what priority? 9, yeah. And we want to do the same thing here with the other one. Did we already have this on a cycle? No, not yet. So the first cycle we used was 0 to 15%. So we're gonna do 15 to 30% here. We're gonna wrangle all of our glossy drecklets up. Time to dismantle the ranch here. Yeah, almost everything can go at this point. I'm also gonna remove this upstairs room here. We don't need that anymore. And I'm also gonna remove all the incubators. It's time to get rid of that. We will now have a much better system in place. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome new visitors. They're eating the plants right away. I wanna go ahead and pick up the phosphorite with this conveyor loader. Of course, now that we moved the position, it is not hooked up to power anymore. But we're not talking just a couple of milligrams. I would say it is time to deconstruct this pump. We do not need those anymore. And we can connect these pipes. Yes, all the precious hydrogen we already had in this room is gonna get pumped into the new farm We are even recycling the atmosphere. And before I forget, conveyor receptacle here for our old farm. This is gonna require some igneous rock here. And we're gonna allow manual use, but later on, as mentioned, this is gonna be automated. Great, the glossy draklets are slowly but surely incoming. I feel like this was a good step in the right direction. Now we can take apart almost everything in the old base. I also noticed we have an awful amount of barbecue at this point, and because we are deep freezing it, it shouldn't go bad. This means we also do not really need the farms anymore. I think I'm just gonna take apart the farms and we're gonna live off of meat for just a little while until we have set up the new farms. But then everything is out of the way that held us back, dismantling the old base completely, freeing up the space for new, bigger projects. Great, I would say with that out of the way, we're gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time and see you in the next one. Bye bye.